Welcome to our behind the scenes video to our short film that we made across the globe. We had a really fun time making it, and we did this for the Aputure Light This Location short film competition.
This has been a fun project for us to work on. Weston came up with the idea originally and pitched it to me, and I thought it was really fun, and so we worked on it together, just the two of us. Both took on a lot of responsibilities, but I feel like since we were making a more simple production, we were able to handle that with just two people.
Yeah, I was serving as the co-director, cinematographer, video editor, gaffer, grip, basically all the camera stuff.
I was everything else. The actress, producer maybe, the co-director for sure. Snacks, I made snacks.
It's probably the best craft services I've had on set. So one of the rules to the competition was that you had to film in only one location. So we decided to do it in our living room, adjoined to our kitchen right here. And so all of the action takes place all in this room. And so creatively, we had to think of different ways of how do you tell a story in just one space. We made this light plan to help show what our setup on the day of filming looked like. By using the Aputure 120D as our main key light and special effects light, we used the light in a variety of ways depending on where Anna was located at the time. For example, shooting through the window to imitate the sun, shooting at Anna as the key light, or being the special effects light when the explosion happens. We also use natural and practical light to help light our set. The windows provided great natural light, and our IKEA lamp provided some depth back by the couch. We set the Quasar lights up as permanent fixtures in the kitchen, and they provided an awesome hair light and key light, depending on the location of our camera.
So as part of the challenge for Aputure's Light This Location film contest, you have to use the word accent somewhere in the short film. Working the word accent into the short film was kind of tricky for us because there isn't that much dialogue. So we ended up using it in the newscast thing that we have going on the TV, just as kind of like a slight thing in the background. So look out for that.
Even reports of a voice from the heavens in what appears to be an American accent.
To make this short film possible, I ended up using a lot of different camera gear from a lot of different companies. One of the big ones was definitely Aputure. I actually own the Aputure 120D light, and it's actually a beast of a light. I could probably use it for most any situations and scenarios. It has plenty of power, and it's LED, so it's not getting hot and ruining gels or anything else. It's really good light quality as well. And it has different strobing effects, which actually came in really handy. So there's a moment in the short film where Anna is watching the TV. There's an explosion that happens off screen on the television. And so I used the Aputure, put a little bit of coloring gel on it to make that effect happen. And it was a really cool way to be able to play with the effects to make it work for what we had envisioned creatively. Among other things that we used, we ended up using Roscoe gel in order to give some different colored variation to some of the lights, as well as just being able to change from tungsten to daylight depending on what we needed for the light setup.
The camera that we shot on was the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. It was perfect for our smaller location because we were able to have a high quality camera that was still very portable, and we were able to just move it around our little space that we have here in order to get all the shots that we needed. It also helps that it was super affordable and great quality for the price. We really appreciated having this amazing camera at our disposal. We also had a cage for our camera. The cage was made by SmallRig, and that was really convenient to have. We were able to attach our monitor and our wireless transmitter on there as well and take that around with us anywhere that we were moving, and that was amazing to have. It made it so much more convenient. And with just having the two of us being the whole short film crew, it was nice to have these things like SmallRig to help us make things a little more convenient, a little more portable, and a little more compact.
So we actually also ended up using a hazer for one of the shots. So being able to fill up the room with some atmosphere actually helped to create a mood.
The one disadvantage was that it smelled really weird in our house after that.
So it looks great on camera, but it smells, so. Trade-offs, right?
One of the problems that we had when we were filming was that dear Weston forgot to turn on the audio for the first, what was it, like hour of filming?
It was a good solid hour.
Yeah, so we had to redo some scenes and I was extremely mad and sassy about that.
Oh my gosh.
Was that not recording this entire time?
Everything.
Is there a reason I'm clapping? Because there wasn't actually a reason before.
There is a reason now.
All right.
So I guess there are some disadvantages to small crew, but it's one of those things that you just kind of have to learn from and also always be reminded about.
So just remember, everyone, double check your audio before you move on.
Especially when you're married to your film partner.
My biggest problem with the film was that I had to eat an apple. I don't really like apples, and especially the apple that we had was really gross.
You made it look like it was really good though.
Good. That was good acting on my part.
Yeah. I just apples like very good anymore.
I'm sorry.
I'm old.
So be sure to check out our short film if you haven't seen it yet, and give us any comments, feedback, support. We would absolutely love that. We're always trying to learn, and we're wanting to make, basically better and better stuff every single time we make stuff.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. This is our fancy globe.
Bought this at Target, so if you're ever wanting to control the world, just drive down to Target.
You know where to go.
Yeah.
And you are recording audio.
I am.